prepping for a couple of days. And I went grocery shopping at Costco, and I was going to show you guys a couple of things that I got, and a couple of things, just some interesting things that I have at my house that I use on a regular basis as just a regular person, not just because I'm a nutritionist. But this is my main workstation. I've had this for a while, so you know, like the wood on your cutting board kind of gets old. I mean, I clean it really good, but yeah, it was getting there. So I actually purchased this Plexi cutting glass from Marshalls for like $7.99, and it actually just sits right on a counter, or I sit right here on the cutting board. That way I have a clean surface, or you know, cutting surface to utilize. So this little tray container right here, I know a lot of people seen these. They have like the individual trays in them. These came out like I think last year, were like super popular. People were using them for like picnics, and like when their kids have like games and stuff, you know, mom has all the snacks. Well, this go in my refrigerator, and so what I'll do is I'll usually put stuff in here that's like that grab and go stuff, or that kind of stuff that needs to be cut up, and you know how you just don't feel like cutting it up, so you'll go without it before you cut it up. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut it pre-cut up, put in here. So I'll fill this thing to like some tomatoes from the garden, some peppers. I'm gonna chop up some eggs and put them over here, and then I'll probably get like, you know, some salad stuff, and then you can just make a salad. Or I eat peppers and stuff with like cream cheese or dressing. So you know what I'm saying, just they're already clean, grab them out of here. I'll cut up some kiwi and put in here, and I'll put individual things in here that won't hurt each other if they're all in the same container together. Mind you, the lid is airtight, but like I wouldn't put onions in here, you know what I'm saying? I put fruit and stuff in here because yeah, onions will tear that up. But okay, sorry, I'm back. I need to go ahead and wash some of them dishes and stuff anyway. But here's the container I was talking about. But yeah, like I was saying, onions, you don't want to mix them or put them with anything without a lid or have them wrapped up, because they will take over whatever they're next to in whatever. So yeah, so I wouldn't put anything like that in there, but like I'll put these grapes right here, peppers, a mixed bag of peppers that I get. These are so good with like cream cheese, ranch, or hummus, you know, or just eating straight out of the bag. So I'll rinse those down. I'll fill a compartment up with those. I have some eggs that I have in the fridge. So I usually like boil some eggs, and then I'll keep them in a container with a lid. I'll cut these up and put these in there. The kids will eat the eggs whole. Something else that I keep on deck. Okay, I'm back. So I also keep me a good metal pan. These kind of pans, these pans right here are good for soaking stuff in. I soak all my fruits and vegetables. In a pan like this, take them out, pour them in here. I'll either use a lemon juice, or I will do baking soda, and I will let them sit for about 10-15 minutes in cool water. It is a preservative. It will make your fruit and your vegetables last so much better, so much longer. Also, your grapes. If you clean your grapes in baking soda and let them sit, don't let them sit for too long. Probably like about a good 5 minutes. Leave them on the stem until you clean them. After you clean them, pull them apart off of the stem and put them in, and they will last longer. I don't know what it is about them being attached, you know, at the stem. They go bad fast. But yeah, I can usually, my fruits and vegetables that I soak like this, if we don't eat them all, I can get a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks, depending on what it is I'm out of them. But yeah, metal bowl like this, put your grapes, your vegetables, oranges, apples, any of that stuff. So strawberries, so all of that stuff. Plus, I like the metal because they're easier to clean. You know, plastic, I'm trying to get away from plastic, especially storing stuff in plastic. I try to do more glass because of bacteria. And I know they say a lot of plastic is like the BPA for I don't believe none of that stuff. So I just try not to use a lot of plastic for storage for very, very long. Like, I know this is a plastic, but it's more like an acrylic. Please not make fun of me if that is. You know what? Matter of fact, let me pause this and make sure that acrylic and plastic are not the same thing. And I think that they may be. This is just not like your rubber type plastic. I feel like the rubber plastic is what holds like more bacteria and stuff, but I'm about to check that out. 1 second. Okay, acrylic is plastic. So, but it said it's a more durable type of plastic, more resistance to cracking. Now, I don't believe that, because I believe that this will break. But anyway, when I'm talking about plastic, I'm talking about like your Rubbermaid containers, the stuff that they give you that's supposed to be safe to like store your stuff in. I'm not a real big fan. Like when I do the meal prepping, we have glass. So, and they're not very expensive. Let me say this. One of the things that I have learned by being on this health food journey and all of that is that you almost have to romanticize this type of lifestyle to either stay motivated, or you have to have, there has to be a driving force behind this. Some people can just jump on stuff and just stick to it, and that's what they do. A lot of times if you're not motivated, or you don't have anybody on the ride with you, or things happen, it's so easy to fall off of the health journey in the wagon. But I have romanticized this health journey, okay? And when I say that, I mean this. I've always wanted to be a cook. I've always wanted to like do the trays and the, you know, the setting up and the spreads and stuff. I've always wanted to do that. My life didn't allow for that. And until I made it a priority, I'll say that, because when I wasn't doing it, it showed. I looked it. You know what I'm saying? I now feel like I am a physical example of what my daily habits are. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to want this not only just for yourself, but for your health. For me, I had health scares. I had high blood pressure for like 10 years. I actually worked in a lab at the hospital. I'll say this and then I'll get back to this. And you know how they run your test for like your glucose and your potassium, and you know, they run all your tests. I was talking to one of the guys that worked there, and he was a little concerned about something that he's seen. He was explaining something to me about like the heart. He was like, it looks like a little bit of damage there or whatever, but it comes from me have had high blood pressure for like 10 years. And that was such a concern to me, because some things are not reversible. You know what I'm saying? If you catch them at the right time, you can move forward and do something with it then, you know what I'm saying, if you catch it early enough. And that was just one of those things that I was just like, yeah, we're not about to have no cardiovascular issues over here no more. Like, this is not what this is. I will not be having a heart attack at 45 or anytime sooner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just vowed to myself, you know, like I just had to really just get on this and stick to it. Has been a lot of trial and error, but I have found things that just have made me enjoy it, and it makes me excited about it. I'm a foodie. I like to eat anyway, so it wasn't hard for me to switch up my food, my diet. That's what I will say. I already like salmon, I already like rice, and I already like vegetables and fruits and all of that kind of stuff. It was just knowing when to eat them, how to eat them, incorporating fasting, making sure I'm getting enough fiber. There is a right way to eat. There's a lot of right ways to eat, but there's a right way to eat. So like I said, I romanticize this. So I spend the money on the containers and all of the things that are aesthetically pleasing to me. It helps this journey a little bit better. So yeah, that's why I was just sharing this stuff with you. So all right, I've already rinsed out the peppers. We got them here. I'll just set this over here. So what else I will put in this container? I'll probably cut up this whole pineapple here and build 2 trays here, and then we'll eat this stuff here for the next couple of days. Yeah, so like this. My daughter, she packs lunch. She's also in sports too, so it's easier for her because she's always running late anyway when she gets up in the morning. All of this stuff is already prepared so that she doesn't have to just go through all the work of prepping for her lunch. Get these eggs put away in here really quick. We eat a lot of eggs in my house. What I'm going to do with the rest of the bell peppers and onion, the bell peppers that I had, these peppers that I had, I'm going to actually cut them down and get an onion out and cut them down, and then I'm just going to put it in a little container and I'm going to put it in the freezer for when I need to make stir fry later, or if we decide to do like ramen or something like that. I always, have some little vegetables or whatever cut up and just put them in there. Listen, if you prep once or twice a week and do all the small stuff, it makes it so much easier to eat. Even if you're a person that, say for instance, you can only eat the same thing for like 2 days. Eat those 2 things, but like, what if you come home and you don't want that? And you do want something else? But the idea of just having to cook a whole meal, it's just so exhausting. You're so much more likely to just eat some bull and go to bed or not eat at all. And that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to get to a place where we're not eating at all. If you're not in a fasting period and you're needing to be eating, you need to be eating. You need to get your calories in. Yeah, we're not eating, but we're not forcing ourselves to eat either, okay? I like these egg containers because they're not so big, and I usually stack them up on top of each other. And then I'll put a date on them. And it's just another way I'm able to keep track. So I have 2 of these. We'll eat about 1 of these a week. It depends on what the kids are on. I'm actually getting ready to incorporate something this week that's new that for me and McKenna to do. Is I just bought some protein waffles. They came in a pack like this. I think the box is outside. I can go out there and see, but protein waffles with an egg make a sandwich. So, because we're really trying to put the protein in. Right now I'm at 194 pounds. The goal was 190. I always tell people, eat your protein and weight. So if you want to be 160 pounds, you want to be 170 pounds, you want to be 180 pounds, eat 180 grams of protein. So yeah, so we're going to try this out and I'll let you guys know how this goes. But yeah, me and her, I'm on somewhat of a little bit of a cut, but because I want to get in the gym. My goal is to lift heavy. I want to get into lifting heavy, so I'm definitely going to have to beef up my protein. When you eat your recommended amount of protein too, it will also help you cut weight. It will help you cut weight. High protein diet is what I'm on. High protein, definitely getting the fiber in. Whole food. I'm not gonna say I don't eat. I don't eat a lot of processed stuff. And when I say I don't eat a lot of, I'm very slim. Like this being already made and stuff, this is definitely new for me because I'm just a get up and fry some egg and eat some kimchi and something like that, and some salmon or bacon or something like that. But I just wanted to try something different. So this will be one of the few processed things that I will be trying. Okay, I went out and grabbed the box for you guys to see these really quick. These are the Kodak Power Waffles protein pack. So each serving is 12 grams of protein. And a serving size is 2. So this is what those are. And I got these at Costco, and there were 40 waffles in here. So that's enough amount of waffles for me and her to be able to really get a feel for how this is. I've never tried them. I've never eaten protein pancakes before or anything. So I'm in the gym, you know. Get on your Zoom, get on your Zoom. So I'm on it. Okay, put them eggs in the refrigerator. But let me tell you, back to the eggs. I then got spoiled with farm fresh eggs. Listen, baby, eggs had got real stupid priced for a minute, right? I live out here in a rural community. You know, it's a little baby city country. And my mom has a friend who she gets fresh eggs from. Listen, it is so hard for me to eat a regular egg now. And a runny egg, I've never, ever been a runny egg girl. But a fresh runny egg on some rice or on some toast, chef's kiss. You have to try it. But fresh eggs are just so much more, I feel like they're so much more healthier for you. You don't have to refrigerate them. You can literally get them and sit them on the counter for like 2 to 3 weeks, and they're good. I mean, you can't put them in the refrigerator, but they're fine just sitting out. They're decent size. Eggs come in all different colors. They're so aesthetically pleasing. I love it. But that's all I got left. I just got these 3 left, and I'm just, yeah. Try your runny egg. Try you a farm egg. Get you some farm eggs. Glass containers. These are the glass containers I was telling you about that we do the meal prepping in. You can get 2 of these at Marshall's for like $6, $6.99. They're worth the investment. They come with a lid. They are worth the investment. You know, microwave. Put in a microwave. I feel like they even keep your food warmer longer because the glass is so much thicker. But yeah, this is an investment. It's another one of those things that I have is a must. Is a must. Okay, so I ain't gonna hold y'all hostage on this video too long. And bear with me, y'all. This is my first like real video. I've been redoing the kitchen. I'll show you guys the kitchen probably on a video tomorrow or so. I got a couple more things I need to finish up. But I wanted to get on here and start showing people how I actually really eat. Yeah. So I was just filming today. So this is my first one. So just bear with me. I'm rambling on, trying to kind of get used to this too, but also hopefully I'm providing information that is useful. I think so. Marshall's. Marshall's is one of my favorite stores. Marshall's, TJ Maxx. Do not sleep on this food section in Marshall's, okay? I got these seasonings from there. I have in the past, I'll show all this stuff here in a minute. In the past, I love their seasonings, but let me tell you, they sell a very nice grade of food. I don't know if they're just coming from more high-end stores, if they're coming from more organic. I'm not sure where they come from, but I will say this. Their ingredients are very short. And a lot of the stuff that I buy there, meaning like what's in here is what's in here. There's not that extra I can't even pronounce half of the names of all those extra preservatives and things that are put into our food to keep them fresh. But like, say for instance, these seasonings have no sugar in them. You'll be amazed how many seasonings that you buy from the store, that especially that are mixed, that have sugar in them. If this right here is a herb seasoning, and it literally has basil, oregano, fennel seeds, lavender, parsley, rosemary, sage, thyme, and that's all that's in here. And then this is for roasted vegetables and fries. It's a spice blend. Like literally whatever the ingredients are, they're natural ingredients. They're spices and herbs, and that's it. So, and these are on sale for, these cost they're $5 a container, and they're 8-ounce jars. I'm gonna get closer so you guys can see them. So don't sleep on Marshalls in the food section. Also, another thing that I get from Marshalls is my pasta. Pasta noodles that look like this. These noodles literally have 4 ingredients. The pastas that we buy, the spaghettis that we buy in the store, they have like 12, 13 ingredients. So these are organic, and a big bag of pasta like this. This is a 8-ounce serving bag of pasta. 1 cup of this pasta is 200 calories. And so, like I said, they are only $3.99, and this is organic pasta. I got these, and I have these. So with these, I will literally cook these in a bowl. My sister, who has actually been one of the people that has taught me a lot about cooking. My sister is that girl. My sister's that girl when it comes to cooking. And she always be putting me on. She be putting me on and stuff. She don't get too hung up on the ingredients and stuff like that. She just cooks. She's just a really good cook. But she put me on the noodles with the olive oil and the pesto and just the salt and pepper. And that's all you need. And then you could throw some shrimp in there. It's so, so good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to eat well. And it doesn't have to be expensive. If you can get 8 servings out of a $3.99 bag, $5 for herb, that pesto may cost you like $2 a bag of shrimp. You get a bag of shrimp or a small thing of ground turkey or something for $3 or $4. You can cook you know, meal prep like 2 or 3 days worth of food for less than 20 bucks, 15 bucks. So, yeah. Okay. As you can see, it has clearly been probably about 45 minutes to an hour, and got my scarf wrapped up on my head for the night. And I just want to thank you, if you made it this far in the video, for listening. You are free to comment at the end and tell me what you thought. Tell me if any of this information helped you out. And before I go, I just want to show you guys how the fruit container and vegetable container turned out. So first of all, here is the container with the rest of the vegetables, the peppers and the onions. And so I put them in here, and then I seasoned them with one of those new seasons. Then I'll just stick this in the freezer. And then with this, I can make I'll probably make like 2 stir fries, or, you know, if I just want to add some vegetables to an omelet or something like that. It's already cut up and diced. And then here is this is what's left in there. So what's today? Today is Saturday. So by Tuesday, this will be gone. Yeah.
Hold on. Can I hear the strings and flashing lights again? It just sounds so good.